This is a little disclaimer. So despite my best efforts / being as lazy as I possibly could, the audio in this isn't up to the standard I'd have liked. It sounds alright, but you may realise it's actually in mono. 3 years of university studying sound engineering, and I can't even record in stereo. But I mean, hopefully you're here for more than just to hear it in stereo. There's some insight in there, and if you want to hear it in stereo, listen to it on Spotify. This is going to be for Huntsman and Brown Sugar, and then after that I'm going to get my act together, sort it out, and actually make some decent content.
Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel and its revival. Welcome to a walkthrough of my track Huntsman. Let me move this out of the way so you can see the cool artwork that's out on Programmed. It's a track that came out a little while ago, but I thought I would do a walkthrough of it. Yes, this is going to be like a 4 to 5 part series, I guess. This is part 1. What I'm going to do in part 1 is kind of talk you through the beginnings of the track, where it kind of started, the early bounces when it was called Elephant, probably because it sounded elephanty. Sure, probably should have gone with Frog, but it's whatever. Yeah, the basis of this whole series is more like a walkthrough. I could call it a tutorial, but I mean, you're probably not going to learn a lot from me. That'll probably become very evident further down the line when I actually open up the Logic project and show you how I did things. But I think especially this first episode could be quite good for producers that are just like starting out. They can actually see where a track begins and realise, you know, not all tracks sound good up until being finished. And like some of these earlier bounces, that's definitely very evident. And then I think when it comes to the final version, it sounds all right. And yeah, I think that could be quite good for people to see and hear. Obviously in this episode I'm going to be playing my own track, so hopefully I don't get a copyright strike, because I bloody made it and I don't want to have to scrap anyone to get that taken away. If you haven't already listened to the track, go check it out. I mean, why are you watching this if you haven't already heard the track? Or perhaps you just stumbled upon it. I won't judge, it's fine. But go listen to the track. It's on Spotify, YouTube, anywhere. Buy it, put it in your DJ set, do whatever. Yeah, if you like this, like it. If you don't worry about it. Comment, we'll have an argument. It could be quite fun. But yeah, let's get into this. So I've got 3 different tabs in my Finder here. This is the most recent version, which has a whole story in itself. This is the middle version. So this is like 2021. This is 2020. Where the majority of the track was made, and then obviously this is some of the earlier versions. It started in 2019, but like 2nd of December, so it's basically not 2019, even though it is. Yeah, this track's quite a dark track. I obviously wanted to try to do something a bit foghorny, because you definitely hear that from some of the earlier bounces. I wanted to like something quite screechy, maybe, I don't know. But then eventually I got like a kind of stabbier foghorn thing. Yeah, it's alright. Yeah, we might as well give it a listen. I'm going to go to number 2 first, because I think all of these 3 are exactly the same, and I know that this one's really loud. Let me just sort my headphone volume out. Right, this is the first version of Elephant. Actually, do you want to hear? Yeah. Let me show you this. I'll skip to the drop because no one likes intros. This is how the track sounds. Steppy, subby. Kind of one of those tunes that you need good speakers to listen to, because it's all sub and a little bit of drums. They're like a frog. Yeah, anyway. Enough of that. And then this is what it sounded like the first day I made it. So you can hear the kind of grudge-esque synth in there from the most recent version. The kind of, it sounds a bit like the Grudge. So yeah, that's one of the OG sounds, I guess. And then there's obviously the screechy bass, lovely. And then the sub, whatever. That's not the nicest. But let's go on to the next version. So 8 days later, so I left it 8 days. I obviously lost interest dramatically and then regathered it. Bit of an intro, and here we go. So we got the vocal that came in pretty quick then. I remember finding this vocal. It's from a podcast about a hunter, which is where the track name Huntsman obviously comes from. It's about a guy who likes to eat wolves or something. Catch wolves or kill wolves, eat them. Whatever makes you happy, I suppose. Made for a pretty nice, jolly, upbeat sample, which is pretty cool. And then got some proper frogs going on here. Some interesting sounds. You can kind of hear like that ribbity kind of froggy sound is what comes in the second 16 of this version. Just after this bit, after the nice vocal. So I mean that sound pretty similar. There's obviously a little bit of different processing going on, but it's pretty much there. And then it's just used in a totally different way. I don't know, I guess I was trying to make a jump up tune at that point. Let's move on. 9, sure. Okay, so the ribbit's still there. I guess I'm just like fleshing out some structure. So the sound's evolved a little bit. So the drums you're hearing are obviously totally different. I did almost gloss over that. They're totally different to the actual drums, which is something I realised when I get a bit further up. Like, these drums are just crap. Ooh, wow. How interesting. What else is there? What other things did I do? Ooh. Cool. Jump up massive. It's like a headaches tune. Let's go on. Right. Intro. With a hi-hat so the DJs can actually mix it. And I've obviously got that like spooky kind of vibe setting, eerie synth bass thing. It's very, very basic, just playing over and over again. And then these drums come in, as you can hear, they're just, I don't know, I just don't like them. They're just basically like a load of high-pass breaks. Let me turn this down. Like a load of high-pass breaks, and it's just kind of a mess. And there's lots of stuff. Here's kind of the tune now. I've kind of made it a bit more sophisticated, add a bit more room to it. The structure of the bass is a bit more nice, I guess. I don't know what the word is. It's just a bit more sophisticated, I think, a bit less scatty. And then there's the little ribbit. So it's pretty much there. I mean, I did a whole lot of nothing, it seems, because I literally must have done nothing in all these bounces. Let's go further up, let's have a listen. A few little effects I've added here and there. Added the phone. Some little turnaround bits. It's not really, I suppose it's not that long a time actually, but obviously was just fiddling around with it like heck until eventually I kind of got up to around here. Well, I think I was just trying to master it like myself so I could play it, and the highs in the drums were just not working. Like every time I tried to like push the limiter up, it would just like pop and click, and yeah, I just couldn't get it to work. I didn't really know what I was doing, I suppose, either. I was just trying to slam it because that's what sounds best, obviously. Yeah, it got to this point, and then I was kind of like, you know what, stuff it, bugger to it. I'm going to change the drums. So then here, yeah, there we go. So these are pretty much, I think, the same, but slightly different. I think I really wanted to hang on to the kind of rolling drums. Yeah. So they're kind of rolling still. I mean, there's some weird crap going on. Some out of place sounding hi-hats. Yeah, they're a bit too loud. Yeah, and I think I still tried to like master this, and like it just wasn't working. Like with the sub and yeah, I don't know, it just wasn't working. I think maybe so. Then here, because this is a bit further on, I might have changed the drums completely. Yeah, here we go. Right, let's turn this down. So the break's in now. I've added the break. I don't know what the break is. Someone in the comments down below, let me know, and I'll remember it forever, and I'll thank you forever. Yeah, so chopped it up a little bit for the build up, so I can get the little fill in. Let's skip it along. No. Ooh. Different drum beat as well. It's quite cool. Little VIP. Yeah, so it's pretty much, this is the tune now. So the drums are a lot more steppier, thumpier. Shout out to DJ Carnage. Yeah, there's a lot more space in the drums. I mean, you've just got the kick, the snare, and then like a hi-hat, and then this break. And this break is just a bit more, I don't know, just adds more to the texture, and it's not just like a high pass white noise sounding break like in the other ones. So yeah, I think it's just a bit nicer. Got some of the nice turnaround bits in there as well. It just works a bit better. Let's go up. Which one? Oh, bloody hell. Oh no. Oh no. Go away, iTunes. I don't care. Here we go. Turn this right down. Hopefully the levels are alright. I'm doing this in a very low effort way, so if the levels aren't alright, I apologise. I'll try and fix it for the next one. Hopefully this isn't too quiet. Perhaps I'll pump it up a little bit. And now I've totally lost my trail of thought. So yeah, I think this is the version I sent off to Program to see if they'd like to sign it, and they did, which is really cool. And yeah, so I sent this version. I probably sent this, which has obviously got a master on it, and then after sending this, that was kind of it. I didn't make a pre-master or anything, and I saved the project, and then about 4 or 5 months later they got back to me and said, like, can we have the pre-master now, because we're ready to get it mastered for the EP. And I was like, yeah. And then I was looking through all my folders, could not find the project anywhere, which was a nightmare. Well, I could. There's loads of projects, but all with these crappy, horrible drums, which was just heartbreaking, you know, like my first release with a proper label, my first like proper label release, and yeah, it's disappeared. But I kind of said to him, like, I think I can pretty much rebuild all the drums, and that's where these versions came in January 2021. So wait, when did I? So that's March. Oh bloody hell! It was like 9 months or something like that. 10 months. Wow. So yeah, in March, and then that's December. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. March I sent off the mastered version, and then yeah, they wanted the pre-master, and then I was like, oh look, I've lost it. But because the drums are these new drums that are really simple, I actually remember the name of the kick sample for some reason. I don't know why, and I can pretty much make the rest of the other drums. And actually, to be fair, when we get into the project, you'll see some of the dark arts that I had to do to make it work. there's a few bits and bobs that I've cut from older versions, like in this version, to then add to this version and then seamlessly transition it. But what should we do? These pre-masters. Yeah, let's listen to this pre-master. See if we can tell a difference in the drums. Right. So yeah, I mean, it's not that different really at all. The snare's a little bit less punchy, I think, when you get into this mastered version, but that's literally because I took the snare from a self-mastered version. Yes, but I mean, it sounds cool. I mean, who cares? Who really cares? But yeah, it's just because it's been mastered like twice, so it's just been squashed. But I mean, it's fine, I think. So yeah, I mean, I remade the drums, sent the pre-master off, and everything was hunky-dory. I think that pretty much is all for the kind of journey of the track. It's obviously, it started off as like a roller. Seemed like I went into a bit of jump up and then swiftly exited that strategy and went into more of a steppy tune, which I'm grateful for. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all. I think the next one I'll go into the project and we'll talk about the drums. Let's get the artwork up. Yeah, we'll talk about the drums and then I'll go into the basses and so on and so forth. Hopefully you learned loads from this. I'm sure you probably didn't, but it's been quite fun to chat through it all. Yeah, hopefully some newer people getting into production will see this and be like, oh look, that tune sounded like trash when he started making it, but now it sounds alright and it's on a label. So yeah, it can be done. You can turn poo into gold. And on that note, I'll leave it there. Thanks for watching.